Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we're talking about Kingdom Hearts 4 world predictions, what worlds I think will be in the game. Note that these aren't worlds that I want to be in the game. These are worlds that I'm predicting will be in the game based off of recent trends in the other games and recent announcements with Disney making sequels and remakes and stuff like that. So go ahead and stick with me and let's see if the world that you want makes my prediction list. So, laying out some pseudo ground rules for these world predictions, with there being less worlds due to the scale of the worlds and development time, I think there's always going to be less returning classic worlds than there were before. So, with that said, I'm giving myself 3 slots for worlds that will be returning from past games, and then 5 slots for new worlds that we've never been to in the series before. Rule number 2: bullshit anime worlds don't count, so we're talking Twilight Town, Traverse Town, Destiny Islands, Quadratum, Shibuya. I don't count these towards our world total, so these won't be taking those slots. So again, 3 will be going with 3 slots for returning worlds and 5 slots for brand new Disney worlds. So with our third rule, we're focusing on variety. If 2 properties use the same locations or aesthetics, we can only pick one. Treasure Planet and Star Wars probably couldn't be in the same game because they both rely very heavily on space and sci-fi aesthetics. And the last rule, number 4, gimmicks. All of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 all had their unique gameplay gimmicks. And so with each world in my prediction list, I will also predict a gameplay gimmick that will go into those worlds. And that also plays into the worlds that I'm predicting because I'm picking worlds that would suit themselves well to different gameplay gimmicks for players to enjoy while they're playing the game. So with that said, let's dive in. Our first returning world is the 100-acre wood. We have been here several times throughout the series. The unique aspect visually here is that it is cel-shaded. It's one of the few remaining 2D hand-drawn animated properties that will be in this game. Most of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 were CG properties, not a lot of 2D rep in that game, and I think that will kind of fulfill that slot here. The main gimmick in this one is mini games. It always has been mini games, and we'll also be unlocking and locating pages that are in the other worlds. I do fully see this world returning and us collecting those pages for Winnie the Pooh or the 100-acre wood over the course of our adventure in Kingdom Hearts 4. The next world that I predict returning is the Toy Box from Kingdom Hearts 3. So as we all know, Toy Story is a super popular, mainstream, highly profitable mega franchise. They actually just announced a 5th Toy Story movie. I was very glad to see it in 3. I think a lot of people were. A lot of memes were spawned from that appearance, and I definitely think that there's a lot more to offer in Kingdom Hearts 4 in regard to the Toy Story world. The world story in Kingdom Hearts 3 was kind of left ambiguous, and so I feel like Kingdom Hearts 4 will pick off where we left off in Toy Story 3 from a story standpoint. The unique aspect here visually is that we have a unique form for Sora. He is a toy, and the gimmick in Kingdom Hearts 3, Sora was able to pilot these little like mech toys and use those to fight Heartless. In Kingdom Hearts 4, I don't expect that to be the primary gimmick in this world. With the gimmick in Kingdom Hearts 4, I'm predicting that Sora will be able to collect or find throughout the map different toy expansion accessories. So similar to the special belt that Buzz uses in Toy Story 2, Sora's going to be able to find maybe a pair of wings, or maybe that same belt that Buzz uses, or laser attachments, different add-ons from other toys, and then add it to himself, which will enhance his abilities in that world. Or maybe we can merge that idea with the mechs, and you can pilot a mech, but you're also collecting pieces that will attach to that mech to allow it to do more. But I am predicting some crafting aspect, or maybe a collecting aspect in the Toy Story world. The next returning world, and I was 50-50 on this because it uses the same characters, but it is a different setting. But the next returning world is Frozen 2. So obviously Frozen is very successful. I'm not going to go into the whole thing about the success of Frozen. We all know it is now a pillar keeping Disney together right now, and I really enjoyed seeing it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Did I enjoy playing through it? I felt like it was a little wasted. It was a very strange direction to go, going through like Elsa's ice fortress castle thing, and not having Elsa in your party was also very annoying and very disappointing. So I think that they could definitely fix this in Kingdom Hearts 4 by returning to the world of Arendelle and Frozen, but allowing Anna and Elsa to be in your party. And there's no better way to do that than going through the story of Frozen 2. So the setting here is still unique. It's different. We're going to bring back some snowy landscapes, but we're also going to bring back those golden forests that you're walking through, or that the gang walk through in Frozen 2. And the gimmick here is going to be locating and then taming each of the spirits that Elsa comes to contact with throughout the story of Frozen 2. And with each of these spirits, there's going to be a mini game or a special boss challenge. I anticipate that this is going to be heavily gimmick based, so each spirit might have a different mini challenge to conquering it, not just a blind boss fight. And I also think that this world's story in general really fits into Kingdom Hearts in general, of Elsa finding herself, similar to how Sora is trying to figure out who he is over the course of this journey. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but I think that there is just a theme of self-discovery and loss in Frozen 2 that I think would hand itself over really well to Sora if they decide to put a story in here. And with that, that covers our 3 returning worlds. With that, we're going to go ahead and move on to some new sites. So the first new world that I anticipate seeing in Kingdom Hearts 4 is Moana. The unique aspects here is it's very tropical. There are going to be islands everywhere, water environments. We're going to be in a boat. Maybe there's some ship raids. I know there's a ship raid in the movie. And I'm thinking Maui and Moana will be in our party on land. And then once we jump into the water and we're doing underwater combat and exploration, Maui is going to transform into a shark or a sea creature and follow us underwater. My next world on my prediction list is a Pixar property, Inside Out. So the unique aspects here is that it has a 60s abstract aesthetic, which I really like, and also having the inside of Riley's head having those multiple mini sections of her personality. I think those would be really interesting locations to go to while you're in that world. And the gimmick of this world would be Sora's helping Sadness and Joy find Riley's memories. Maybe the memories have something to do with the Heartless or something that she's seen. I definitely see Square Enix taking this in a more unique direction instead of having this be a 1-1 story from Inside Out. So I do think Sora would be finding a memory in Riley's head that is more personal to him or more important to the overarching Kingdom Hearts narrative. But as you're looking for the memory orbs, you're going to be using Joy and Sadness to influence those memories. And so when you find different memories, you can maybe jump inside and then you can utilize Joy and Sadness to tamper with the memory. So maybe Joy amplifies your stats or gives you a stat boost while you're fighting Heartless while you're inside that memory, or Sadness makes the Heartless stronger, but it also gives you some sort of advantage when maneuvering the world or something. But I definitely see the idea of you using Joy and Sadness to manipulate different memories being the main gimmick of this world and using them to impact the environment around you. This one would be a very interesting world to be in, and it would be interesting to see, maybe you don't even go inside Riley's head. Maybe all of this is inside of another character's head, similar to how Tron was in the computer in Hollow Bastion. So who knows? The next world is pretty obvious given what we know about the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer, and if you've watched my other video on why I don't think the MCU is going to be in Kingdom Hearts. The next world I'm predicting to be in this game is Star Wars. I think Star Wars is all but announced to be in the series. The unique aspects here are obviously it's live action, it's going to feature space travel, and as far as gameplay gimmicks go, I definitely see there being a rail shooter section similar to the gummy ship levels, but maybe you're piloting the Millennium Falcon or you're using the turret. There's definitely going to be some sort of combat featuring the Millennium Falcon in this world. And I also anticipate there being quick time events or summon assist or party abilities that feature lightsaber duels. I'm not much of a Star Wars fan in general, but I am very excited to see this in Kingdom Hearts. I don't think that there's ever been a property with this specific aesthetic in Kingdom Hearts, and I'm very excited about that. And the idea of using Force abilities in the Kingdom Hearts gameplay really, really, really excites me, and that makes me appreciate Star Wars more. So the next prediction on my list is going back to Pixar with Coco. The unique aspects here is that it's a land of the dead, so Sora and Co will have special skeleton type transformations while they're here, and the setting itself really lends itself to some visual diversity as far as Kingdom Hearts go. It's very vibrant, but in a way that we haven't seen in Kingdom Hearts games before. The unique gameplay gimmick in Coco would be Miguel being a musician. So throughout the world here and throughout the gameplay, Sora and Miguel will team up to play songs, and these songs will open up to rhythm minigames or dancing minigames similar to The Little Mermaid, or in Tangled in Kingdom Hearts 3, where you're playing these songs and you're pushing buttons to the rhythm or whatever, but it's going to be some sort of musical minigame based. And you're going to be doing this in order to win the music competition to get a ticket to Ernesto de la Cruz's party. And also, I'm very confident in this choice specifically being in Kingdom Hearts 4, just given its themes of resurrection and how we live on through memories. I think that is very Kingdom Hearts core in general. And I also would love nothing more than to wipe that smug look off Ernesto de la Cruz's face with my Keyblade. So here's hoping that it's in there. And if it is in Kingdom Hearts, it may end up being my favorite world, just given how great this looks in the movie. And my last prediction, we're going to go to a little city I like to call Zootopia. And I like to call it that because that's what it's called. And it's called that because that's what the movie is called. Zootopia, the unique aspect here is that it is another city. It's a different looking city, okay? And all of the inhabitants are anthropomorphic animals, which also definitely sets itself apart from Quadratum being such a hyper-realistic live-action depiction of our world. And so with Zootopia, I would anticipate Sora having an animal form, and while being in this world, you're going to be able to use unique animal abilities. So whatever Sora turns into, he's going to be able to use his abilities to navigate that world. I predict Sora is going to be a tiger. Yes, I think Sora's going to be a tiger. He's been a lion before, but I definitely wanted to pick a cat because they're nimble. They can jump really high. They can climb up things with their claws. And I think that would lend itself really well to traversing the world in Zootopia. And you're also going around and you're collecting clues and you're solving a crime with Judy Hopps and Nick. I don't remember what Nick's last name is, the fox guy. But yeah, and then the theme would be as far as the story goes, and I think it's just judging one's heart, which again, very Kingdom Hearts, and the whole moral of Zootopia itself is really judging what's inside, and nothing is more Kingdom Hearts than that. So, yeah. And with that, my friends, I wrap up my list of my predicted worlds in Kingdom Hearts 4. We will have to wait 10 to 15 years to see if I was right on any of these. So what did you think about my list? Do you agree with any? Do you disagree with any? Do you think I should have put Encanto in? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're at it, I would also consider smashing triangle to QuickTime event that subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Alright, well, anyways, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.